Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the YouTube essay and some common errors I saw on the planner. Let's take it paragraph by paragraph. The two common problems I saw in the intro paragraph were the main idea sentence one of the background, and the thesis. So sentence one, let's get down here to the intro paragraph. So what you want to do for sentence one is have the authors, the title in quotations, and the full main idea in the same sentence. So it's going to be William Thompson and Joseph E. Hickey's, in quotes, medical technology and ethical issues, discusses if we go back up here, we can see the main idea, discusses the sociological and ethical issues related to medical technology. So that all needs to be in one sentence. You can't split it up into two. That needs to all be in one. And that is the sentence that will also be your attribution sentence for the summary. I noticed some people were bringing both background sentences down to the summary. I only wanted the first one, the one with the author, title, and the main idea. All right, moving down. So again, the other common problem I saw was with the thesis. I cannot stress this enough that the thesis is one sentence. So you need to have all of your three reasons within the same sentence, not a sentence for each. Additionally, you want to make sure that you're not adding too many details into your thesis because, one, this is APA, and APA is all about being very clear and concise and just stating what you want to say. And two, it's your thesis in the intro paragraph. It's not your essay. You're not going to be explaining anything until you get to your body paragraph. So keep it short and sweet. All right, so that's the intro paragraph. The summary paragraph, I already talked about the most common error is that some people were bringing both sentences from the background into the summary, and I only need the author, title, and the main idea sentence. That will be the first sentence because it gives credit to your writers, and and it explains to your reader that all this information is from there and not from you. This is the only paragraph that will be in third person. Everything else is first person, but it's in third person to keep us from getting our opinions in there or commentating on anything or drawing conclusions that are not specifically there. So like if the author didn't say it, don't put it. All right, moving on, body paragraphs. Common errors I saw were just too much detail in the topic sentence, and then the topic sentence not relating to the details within inside of the paragraph. So your topic sentence should just clearly state what the topic is about. Don't go into too much detail because that's what the rest of the paragraph is about. Just state it and move on. And also make sure that while you are pulling in the information from the article, you are also including your own personal opinion because this is a response paper asking you to critically respond to how you feel about this. And anything from the article needs to be cited by in-text citation, and that's just putting Thompson and Hickey in parentheses and the year that the article was published, which if we take a look at the article on page 492, we find that this article is published in 2011, and you can find that date on page 495. So in parentheses, Thompson and Hickey, comma, 2011, and you just put that right after any information you quote or paraphrase from the article. Speaking of quotes, you can only quote in the body paragraphs. You cannot quote in the summary, and you can't use quotes as topic sentences because that does not always clarify what specifically the article, what your paragraph is about and where you're heading with it. All right, another thing about, all right, moving on here to the conclusion, another common error was just to wrap up and not restate your 3 reasons from your thesis. So within your conclusion paragraph, which is now 4 to 5 sentences, it was 1 sentence on the planner, now it's 4 to 5 sentences on the essay. You want to review your main points from your body paragraphs, not the summary paragraph, just the response paragraphs, and then clearly restate your thesis. So you do need to have that sentence that has all your 3 reasons, and then you want to end with like an impactful statement that kind of pulls it all together, or asks, a lingering question. If you had something big in your hook, maybe pull that back down. All right. So that was just some common issues I saw on the planner. More information about the essay contents are here. There's some APA information here as well I want to go quickly over. There needs to be a running head. Remember, on the title page, it's the full title in all caps on one side and the page number on the other. Once you get to page 2, it's shortened to 1 to 2 words. We're adding more information to the center title information. We're going to do title, your name, college, class, my name, and then the due date. Excuse my cat. All right, and then going on within the content, we are going to have section headings for the summary, response, and conclusion only. So the intro paragraph never gets a section heading. You just put the title over the intro paragraph. The summary section heading needs to be centered and bolded over the summary paragraph, and then response needs to be bolded, centered over the first response paragraph. You don't need a section heading for every response. We're just going to call it the response section, and then that covers all of your response paragraphs. And then you'll have one over your conclusion, and then you'll be done. There are some academic do's and don'ts I want you to take a look at. APA and academic writing does discourage the use of contractions such as can't, won't, shouldn't. They want you to write it out. It also discourages the use of flowery language because they want you to be very clear and direct and use plain language. Don't worry about being fancy, just use plain language. Though you're using plain language, you can't use slang. You have to, so that kind of stuff. So it's a thin line there, and there is a PDF here that goes over all the things that I'm looking for. There is more information about in-text and works cited pages because we are adding a works cited page now that we have a reference. We're going to cite the article from the textbook as a book section because we didn't get the article from the original textbook, and we're not quoting the original textbook, and we're not even quoting our own textbook. We are just using a section from the textbook. So there's more information about that. And on the template that I have provided for you, there's a kind of a blank template for you to use that you could follow on your own paper, copy and paste onto your own paper, and then just fill in the information that's needed, or download the template and use it and just fill in the blanks. So there's a couple things you can do with that. But there's more information here. Word also has a citation generator, but if you don't have Word, you can use Citation Machine. I'm using it now in my master's courses, so it's all good for that. All right, so that's information about the planner and the essay. If you have any questions, please email me. I'll be more than happy to help.